Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Agave Talk, your number one source for everything agave. We appreciate you being here with us today. Today, I'm checking out the Reposado of Tequila 1349. Yes, 1349. If you were here last week, you do know that I reviewed the Blanco. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Reposado and then putting these head to head. All right, so stay tuned for that and go watch this video if you have not done so already. Tequila 1349 is a new brand to me. Last week was the first time I had it. This is coming out of NOM 1499. So 1499, 1349. What's the deal, right? Well, this is a woman-owned brand, and shout out to Lizzie Lopez, the owner of this. Her family actually gifted her an acre of land, and on that acre of land, they planted 71 blue agave plants in 19 rows. So 71 times 19, you're getting 1,349. That's the story behind this super small batch. This is 40% alcohol coming in 750 ml bottle, and it is from the highlands of Jalisco, and actually somewhere they're specifically calling the Golden Triangle. Why? Man, the soil over there, it's doing great things to those plants. So go watch this video for sure. I talk a lot more in depth about that. And today, though, again, the Reposado I'm checking out. This is said to be an additive-free tequila, and we got the 1349 logo there. And overall, you know what? That Blanco, I do remember being a little bit bitter. So I had a lot of notes of, there was some agave on there. There was actually a lot of ethanol at first, but then it kind of went away and I was getting some citrus notes, but like the rinds, I was also getting like basil and oregano, right? Some bitter kind of tones. So I'm wondering, how is the Reposado, how is the wood going to play into this? So this is actually aged for 45 days, and we shall see, all right? So I'm going to take the plastic off the top and the neck over here. What I want to do as well is cut this. You guys know, if you do subscribe, I like to slice the labels on the neck if there are any, keep it real nice and neat. So I'm gonna do that. And with that being said, hey, let your bottles pop. All right. Oh, there we go. This is just like the Blanco, standard wooden style cork. You got the 1349 logo right there, right? And let's pour this out. So let me get my cup, and I appreciate you being here. If you have not done so already, hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk, all right? So, you know, if you do follow the channel, Reposados are not my favorite. However, this one I'm looking forward to because, like I said, how I described the Blanco, the aromas, and also the flavors, the taste that I got, I'm hoping the Reposado was able to kind of mellow it out slightly, especially those bitter notes. Not a super long finish, but not a short. It's kind of like a medium finish, and it was really clean. So I'm curious. I definitely am. I appreciate you. Tequila 1349, whole team, shout out. Let's take a sniff. Okay, there we go. So when I did the Blanco, in the cup, it was really like a blast of ethanol as soon as I inhaled. But this, it's the ethanol is there, but it's definitely rested. Remember, 45 days. And it's still, it's kind of like that balance. So the Blanco, I do remember, you know what? Give me a second. So let me put this Reposado here. And actually, I'm going to take this Blanco and I'm going to pour this out as well. So we have this here side by side. All right, let's do this. It's going to be a fun night for sure. And let me swirl that around. So this really kind of, it's a very light Reposado. Let me get this out of the way. Looking even too at the legs and tiers, I've been swirling it around a little bit. This is pretty sticky. As compared to the Blanco itself wasn't super sticky, but it's there. There are some oils for sure, but this Reposado is definitely a lot stickier. You can see it running slightly, but that's pretty sticky. Very light. Let me get these back in the shot because I really then too, yeah, see the aroma on that? Ooh, okay. This is clean. This is a fresh agave. Whereas then the Reposado, it's fresh as well, but it's rested. The wood in this case, I feel, is doing this, definitely taking it to a new level. It's light though. Just like this blanco is very clean, very bright. The reposado is very bright as well. Even though it's slightly rested, but it's not a lot of wood. You're still getting a lot of the aromas that the blanco had. That anise, a little bit of citrus, ripe agave. It's not real deep, dark, roasted agave. And you're getting some pepper as well. So this is, yeah, this is going to be curious. Let me tell you. Okay. Yeah, it's really a lot of what's in here in this cup. It is very much in this cup. It's just a little rested and you're not getting a lot of wood. But it is more mellow. It is more mellow. All right, hey, let me take a sip. Cheers. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. All right. You're getting the tiniest hints of wood, really like really mellowness of wood. Let me take another sip. Okay. Super light char, very light. I mean, you saw it in the color. The wood taste on this, it's not really tasting like wood. It's really tasting like this blanco, just kind of muted slightly. Bit of that pepper is up, black pepper specifically, but that bitterness has gone away. This was bitter. As I was talking in the review, it definitely left a taste that was bitter. The bitterness is gone. I'm actually really digging the Reposado over the Blanco in this instance. And you guys know that rarely happens. Blancos are truly my favorite. But in this case, the Reposado is doing it justice. That's even like sweet potato. You're getting a little bit of sweetness on there, a little bit of sweet potato. It's definitely even moved a bit more to like a bell pepper, because I know I was talking like oregano before. This is more kind of like a, yeah, it's still green. It still has that earthiness to it, but it's more like a pepper, like a bell pepper, because it's kind of like wet. If you ever chop up a fresh bell pepper, green pepper, and you eat it when it's wet, it's kind of like that. It's got to taste like that, where it's kind of watery, it's kind of fresh, but it still has a bit of green and vegetal to it, which then even connects it slightly to like a sweet potato, because it's kind of earthy and it has like this sweetness to it, but completely natural. I mean, there's even maybe like a hint of vanilla in there, but nothing that tastes manipulated at all. It's more of that like sweet potato kind of taste. That's decent. That's decent. Let me take this Blanco. That's even kind of like wet earth. It's been sitting there opening up a little bit. But yeah, no, the Reposado in this case, Tequila 1349, that's something that rarely happens. I'm digging a Reposado. I am digging a Reposado over the Blanco. And it's taking what this is. There's that bitterness again. I did not get that at all in this Reposado. So it's definitely taking what this Blanco is and turning it into something different. And in my opinion, it's definitely enhancing it, all right? So I'm going to take this last sip. And I appreciate you being here. If you have not done so already, hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk, all right? Take care, everybody.